Hello, and thank you for watching Simply Cooking with Shawn. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. And you've probably noticed that I'm in a different kitchen today. Well, I'm at my sister's at home with tea. If you're new here and you like food related content, you're in the right place. So like, share, and subscribe. And when you do, click that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video.
In today's video, I will be preparing a simple breakfast which consists of bacon, eggs, and grits. Perfect for the upcoming Mother's Day holiday weekend.
The ingredients that I will be utilizing are grits, bacon, eggs, and I will also be using heavy whipping cream, salt, and butter. So let's get going and make breakfast together. The first thing I'm going to do is get the bacon in the oven. I have a sheet pan lined with aluminum foil, and I do this because it's easy clean up afterwards. I'm going to open the bacon and line it up on the pan. Now that I've got the bacon lined up on the pan, I'm going to place it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. The next thing that I'm going to do is get the grits on the stove. In preparing my grits, whatever brand I use, I usually follow the directions on the back of the bag, with an exception of adding the heavy whipping cream. So I'm making 8 servings of grits. So that requires 2 cups, and the water for that will require 8.5 cups of water. So I'm going to start by measuring out the water to the 8.5 cups of water. I'm going to add a 1/2 tablespoon of salt. I'll get this over to the stove and get the water boiling. While the water is boiling, I am going to wash the grits. So I've measured out 2 cups of grits in this bowl, and I'm going to pour it into the larger bowl. Add water to the bowl, and I'm going to take my spoon and just stir the grits around in the bowl. As you see, whatever it is that's floating to the top, that's what I like to get off of it, and so I'll just pour that off. I'll do it another time. Get the grits washed off. I'll take it next to the stove, and when the water comes to a boil, I will add the grits to the pot. While we're waiting for the water to start boiling, I have some butter here that I am going to cut up for the eggs. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this as we move along the process. And this is about a 1/2 stick of butter that I am chopping up, and I will be preparing about a dozen eggs. So I will set that aside. I'm at the stove, and now that the water is boiling, it's ready to add the grits to it. But before I do that, I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, and I'll just pour that right in and give it a stir. And then I will add the grits to the pot. I'll take my whisk and whisk the grits around in the pot. And I will put the cover on, but not all the way. And I'll let that boil, check in on it occasionally. Let's take a quick peek at our bacon. It's coming along pretty nicely. What I'm going to do is just turn the pan around and then insert it back in and let it finish up. Let's give a quick check on our grits to see how it's coming along. And I'm just going to give it a stir. And it is coming along pretty good. So I'll put the top back on and let it keep going. While the grits is going and the bacon is finishing up, I'm gonna go ahead and crack the eggs into the large mixing bowl here. I'm gonna check on the grits again because we do not want the grits to clump up at the bottom of the pot. So we wanna stir it constantly. Being careful though when you do stir it, because the grits, as you see, is boiling and it's popping up. So you want to be very careful. And it's coming along. Instead of a medium-high heat, I am going to reduce the heat to medium at this point. I'm going to check on the bacon. I believe that that's probably ready. So let's check on that. It's ready, so I'm going to remove it from the oven. I'm going to take the bacon off of the pan using the tongs and placing it in this dish that I've lined with paper towels. And I am going to roll this into the paper towels to help soak up the excess grease out of the bacon. Take what I think is a final check on the grits, and it's thickened up really well. At this consistency, you want to put your heat on low and let it remain on low until you're ready to plate it up. With the bacon and the grits ready, I'm going to go ahead and heat the pan for the eggs. I'm going to start on a medium heat, adding just a little bit of cooking oil, just a little bit. That's probably about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to spray the pan as well with cooking spray. And I'll let that heat up. I'm not going to add pepper or salt to this before I scramble it, because the salt breaks the eggs down and it makes it all crumbly when you scramble it. So we will add the salt and pepper at the table. Gonna add the butter to the eggs and just whisk it all together.
The use of the butter makes the perfect eggs.
Gonna pour the eggs into the pan. And with it in the pan, I'm going to stir it constantly until it is ready. That is ready. So I'm going to turn the heat off and we'll get breakfast plated.
And there you have the perfect, quick, easy, and simple breakfast that your family will likely enjoy. I encourage you to give this a try at home, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. At this point, you can add your cheese, pepper, salt, or whatever it is that you desire to complement your perfect plated breakfast.
If you haven't done so already, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be blessed.